The Three Little Work Trucks and the Big Bad Monster Truck. Once upon a time, in a bustling construction yard at the edge of a forest, there lived three little work trucks: Dumpy the dump truck, Lody the front loader, and Diggy the backhoe. They were brothers, and after working hard for many years, they decided it was time to settle down and build their own garages. One sunny morning, they gathered to discuss their plans. Dumpy, the youngest of the three, loved working quickly and efficiently. "I'm going to build my garage out of sand," he said proudly. "It'll be done in no time, and I can relax for the rest of the day." Lody, the middle brother, shook his bucket. "Sand? That's not very strong, Dumpy. I think I'll build my garage out of wooden beams. It's tougher than sand and still won't take me too long to finish." Diggy, the oldest, smiled wisely. "You both know the construction yard can be dangerous. I'm going to build my garage out of sturdy steel beams. It'll take longer, but I want it to be strong enough to keep out anything, even a monster truck." The three brothers went their separate ways. Dumpy quickly shoveled heaps of sand into a mound and flattened it into a small, cozy garage. He parked inside and honked happily, thinking he had made the best choice. Lody worked a little harder, stacking wooden beams one by one until his garage was solid and snug. He too parked inside, feeling proud of his craftsmanship. Diggy, however, worked for hours, carefully digging foundations and welding steel beams into place. His garage was tall, sturdy, and impenetrable, shining in the sun like a fortress. As the day turned to dusk, a deep, rumbling noise echoed through the yard. The ground shook, and the trees trembled. It was the big bad monster truck. With its massive wheels, roaring engine, and exhaust pipes spitting smoke, the monster truck came tearing through the forest, looking for trouble. He spotted Dumpy's garage first and revved his engine with a menacing growl. "Dumpy, Dumpy, let me in!" the monster truck bellowed. Dumpy peeked out from behind his sand walls, his tires trembling. "Not by the dirt in my truck bed!" he squeaked. "Then I'll rev, and I'll roar, and I'll crush your garage to the ground!" With a deafening roar, the monster truck slammed his wheels into the sand garage. The ground shook, and the sand crumbled instantly, burying Dumpy in a pile of dust. Dumpy revved his engine in panic and sped off as fast as he could to Lody's wooden garage. "Lody! Lody! Let me in!" Dumpy cried. Lody quickly opened the garage door and let his little brother in, just as the monster truck screeched around the corner, tires screeching. "Lody! Lody! Let me in!" the monster truck roared. "Not by the rust in my bucket!" Lody replied, trying to sound brave. "Then I'll rev, and I'll roar, and I'll smash your garage to the ground." With a mighty rev, the monster truck charged at the wooden garage, crashing into it with his massive front bumper. The wooden beams shook, splintered, and within moments they snapped under the pressure. The entire garage collapsed in a heap, and Lody and Dumpy had to race away to their oldest brother, Diggy. "Diggy, Diggy, let us in!" they shouted, honking their horns. Diggy calmly opened the steel door to his sturdy garage, and his brothers hurried inside. As the monster truck approached, he glared at the shining steel beams with a sneer. "Diggy, Diggy, let me in!" the monster truck demanded. "Not by the grease in my gears," Diggy answered coolly. "Then I'll rev, and I'll roar, and I'll tear your garage to the ground." The monster truck revved louder than ever before, his engine roaring like thunder. He sped toward the steel garage, tires spinning in fury. He hit the walls once, twice, 3 times, but nothing happened. The steel beams held strong, and the monster truck bounced off them every time. Furious, the monster truck backed up, preparing to make one final, crushing blow. But just as he was about to charge, his engine sputtered. He had over-revved his engine, and his tires were now stuck in the deep ruts he had made from his earlier attempts. Dumpy, Lody, and Diggy watched as the monster truck groaned, his engine now coughing and sputtering. "Looks like your big engine isn't so tough after all," Diggy called out from inside the safety of his steel garage. Realizing he was beaten, The monster truck let out one last growl and limped away, smoke billowing from his exhaust. The 3 work trucks cheered in victory. "Hooray for Diggy and his strong steel garage," Dumpy and Lodi exclaimed. "Strength, patience, and smart building always win in the end," Diggy said with a smile. From that day forward, Dumpy and Lodi decided to build stronger garages, just like their big brother. And as for the monster truck, well, he never dared to challenge the 3 little work trucks again. And so, the 3 brothers lived happily ever after, building, working, and staying safe in their strong, sturdy garages. The end.